This particular painting began last summer while out on a backpacking trip to a fairly remote corner of the mountains. We got up to a lake and a backdrop very similar to this. It was such a stunning place and provided such inspiration to my personal creativity, and I spent the day painting in plein air at this location, and we also camped overnight. In my on-location study of this spot, I tried to capture what I felt, what I imagined, and I tried to harness the sense of peace and serenity that I felt at this spot and bring it back with me to eventually now create this larger painting which you're seeing unfold here. There's something about a clean, crisp blue sky in the mountains during the summer, early in the morning. I find myself always taking extra time to pause and gaze up into the sky. I love when I can see a hint of stars and the moon while the sunrise is just about to happen. And I wanted to exaggerate that aspect in this painting. Throughout this process, I had tried to keep a looser style of brushwork. I tried to be more expressive and challenge myself to push the boundaries of what I love to do versus what, could potentially be in my work, things that I maybe haven't realized in my work yet. So I try to push myself beyond the norm of what I typically do. And more expressive brushwork and more brushwork that captures what I love without being too deliberate is something I've had a lot of interest in lately. And so this piece I felt like is definitely a good example of just that, as I'm trying to take myself and educate myself through this process. At the end of the day, I decided to keep the elements in this painting fairly simple. I had thought about adding a campfire. I had thought about adding a few other things, but at some point during the process, that feeling of being there, that feeling of solitude and peace and that inspiration that I had sort of took me over, and I was brought back to this place, and it just didn't feel right to add anything more than I did in the end. I included a loon into this painting, and that was my small contribution of wildlife. We were so surprised to find loons in these high country lakes in the summer, I suspect which were probably juvenile birds who had not paired with a mate yet, and potentially they are exploring the possibilities of what's out there. And to hear loon calls, being from and growing up in Minnesota, was just so surreal, and it really touched a nerve within me in a very positive way and brought me back reminiscing about life on the lake in the Midwest. And to have this experience in this type of setting was truly a treat for me. Beyond all that, I don't think I have a whole lot to say about this painting. I think that in order for the viewer to possibly feel the way that I felt, perhaps less words is more in this case. And at least that's what I hope. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this painting, and if you would like to see longer versions where I dive into some specifics like color mixing, some real-time painting while working on this piece, and just more educational content on the side of painting, you can check out my channel memberships below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy.